What's the guarantee? 2020 E&E. So clear. Let me get to it. Glitch, nigga, for shit I do on these beats, nigga, I'm legendary. Niggas get to acting like bitches, okay, they Tyler Perry. Hide the women and kids, shit about to get very scary. Sticky bandit street while you home alone like Marvin Harry. Up the smoke for real, nigga, I'm blowing heavy. Rolling up the all that I need, it be my method Mary. All my niggas be locked and loaded, we mercenaries. Type of gas I got in this blunt will make your vision blurry. I'm in the clouds a lot, I make the pilots worry. Turns out the shit is my fight song, like Katy Perry. Ready for war, soon as I hit the door. I'm ballin', nigga, I'm Kobe as soon as I hit the floor. Taking every shot, shoot that bitch till I score. Hall of Fame bars, I'm Barry Sanders and more. The way I spit this shit, you niggas better take note. The guarantee, when you see me, know I'm up to hit the lesson learned. We roll that fire, light that fire, then we let it burn. Up in smoke, nigga, losers gotta wait they turn. We set the city on fire, nigga, court adjourned. We don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke. I ain't trying to hear that BS. Please spare me your lecture. I was made to be a dominant because I was born out of pressure. My dad was a G, but the drugs got the best of them. So grind on their own while others might invest in you. Just long as you plant the seed and grow it like a vegetable. Everything can happen when it's supposed to, like a schedule. Every day I thank God, try to add another decibel. A pretty face is cool, but I need an intellectual. Making moves in silence really speaks to higher decibels. They always said the loudest in the room, but the biggest room when I go up in the booth, close my eyes and see the visual. Not rich boys, but trust me, it's about to get critical. Germs, you slid of you, knock them off casually. You claim you on my level, but really that's a fallacy. You still waiting on handouts, that's such a travesty. You're not even amongst my stars, let alone the galaxy. It's a lesson learned. We roll that fire, light that fire, then we let it burn. Up in smoke, nigga, losers gotta wait they turn. We set the city on fire, nigga, court adjourned. We don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke. Same position, run this shit commissioning. You ain't seeing us, not sure what you're envisioning. We still winning, you in danger and it's imminent. Bunch of sticks outside, walking like digging in. E&E, on fire, man, we sizzling. Leave the scene flickering, damn it's sickening. No witnesses, damn all that soliciting. We back a rainstorm, man, you niggas drizzling. Still riding hot like cars, no air conditioning. Still blowing loud pack, why you whispering? Handicap flow, leave them crippling. Sick discipline, all that mob damage shit. How you rate your bars? Insignificant, stand behind my bars, like imprisonment. What's the guarantee? 2020 C division. There's nothing to lose if you always win. It's a lesson learned. We roll that fire, light that fire, then we let it burn. Up in smoke, nigga, losers gotta wait they turn. We set the city on fire, nigga, court adjourned. We don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke, let that bitch burn. Now we up in smoke.
Yeah. What up? It's the Man About Town Virtual Berry, aka Stacks with the Facts. And y'all know y'all tuned in to another episode of Real Talk Podcast. Before you come in the house, please just smash the like button. Click on that subscribe bell. I'm waiting on my brother, Mr. O, to step up in the building. As y'all see by the thumbnail, we going in today. You know, it's a controversial subject, controversial television show. It has a lot of effects in society that a lot of people probably don't know about or aware of. And that's why it takes real ones like myself and my brother, Mr. O, to break this thing down and decipher the undecipherable or that which is not commonly known. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing out there today, man? You know, today is Sunday, the day before the official holiday of Independence Day. And, you know, it only serves right that me and my brother go win. Detroit 313, what it do, brother? How you feeling? Tap in and walk with us. Mr. O should be coming up pretty soon. He said, hold on, let me check. Mr. O should be tapping in pretty soon. So we just gonna give Mr. O a couple seconds. You know what I'm saying? As always, shouts out to all my brethren and sisters, man. You know, shouts out to my homie Red Supreme TV1. Shouts out to Shantastic Trill TV. Of course, shouts out to Mr. O and the Ozone Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all type all those names into your YouTube search engine and y'all go smash the like button and definitely click on the bell and subscribe to their pages respectively. You know, my homie Chaos Rain, I believe he's live right now. And if you're not tapping in with me, definitely go tap in with my brother. That's good to hear, Detroit 313, man. I'm glad you showed up. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for your support. And, you know, me and Mr. O about to go in and we about to dissect this whole demonstration right here because, you know, it ain't no mistake or don't make a mistake about it that they released this series on Hulu. I say about 2 or 3 years ago is when The Handmaid's Tale first came out. And it's based on the book written by this lady right here. I'm about to pull it up on the screen for y'all. And we're going to get to it. This lady right here is the lady who actually wrote the book. You know what I'm saying? Margaret Atwood. You know what I mean? And she wrote this book a few years back. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy that right now, everything that's going on considering Roe v. Wade, this Margaret Atwood right here. So, you know what I mean? You got to go check it out, Detroit 313, bro. You have to go check that show out. I don't be talking about that because I think I'm like slicker than anybody or I'm up on something ain't nobody up on. But I say that to go watch it so y'all can have a more in-depth perspective on how this coincides with the now overturning of Roe v. Wade. Now, Margaret Atwood wrote this book, The Handmaid's Tale, and it's depicting a society. It's called The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, right? The book, I read this book when I was in prison, and it's by this lady right here, Margaret Atwood. Let me click on the picture of her. This is Margaret Atwood right here. Y'all see her? You know what I'm saying? That's her right there. And this book, The Handmaid's Tale, is the story of a society known as the Republic of Gilead. Let's go to the old Googler and pull that up. See, I already got it. Already got it on my thing. See, this is the Republic of Gilead right here. They hung the homosexual men in this book. The Handmaid's Tale is a story of a society, theocratic society, you know what I mean, ran by an organization or a regime known as the Republic of Gilead, right? Now, if y'all do your research into the Bible, y'all can find out who Gilead is. You understand what I'm saying? But it was a theocratic society. You know what I'm saying? This means a society that was strictly ran off of biblical law. You know what I'm saying? It's a theocracy. You know what I mean? And in this story, or should I say, in the book, the Republic of Gilead took over the United States of America. And in this story, or in this book, the Republic of Gilead completely overran the United States of America. They took it over and they instituted theocratic rule or biblical law. And what they did was, of course, they twisted it, but women were not allowed to work. So as soon as the Republic of Gilead took power in The Handmaid's Tale, women lost all rights. No right to vote. You're not allowed to work. Any money that you had accrued up until that point was in your bank account. It automatically went to your husband if you were married. If you were unmarried, the Republic of Gilead confiscated those funds. Now, all children who were born out of wedlock were confiscated by the Republic of Gilead as well. All fertile women who were single and not married were made into handmaids or breed mares, or what y'all say on YouTube, bed wenches, basically. Breeding bed wenches, right? And also in the Republic of Gilead, like I said, it was a theocratic society, so they did strict biblical law. That means homosexuality was made totally illegal. What they did with the men, the gay homosexual men, they butchered them, hung them in public squares off top, as you can see right here. Let me get a closer view for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can see that. They hung them. And when it came to the homosexual women or the lesbians, they didn't kill all of them. They killed some of them depending on what the situation was. But for most of them, especially if they were fertile, because, you know, women were fertile. And if you were fertile, you were made into a handmaid. And if you were a homosexual or a lesbian, as being a handmaid, what they did to you was they would sew your vagina up so you couldn't have sex, literally sew it up, and they would unsew it or take the stitches out or remove the chastity, right, if you were needed to conceive. So, you know, it's a deep series, man. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly, and to be more specific with you, Detroit 313, it wasn't specifically white men. It wasn't all white men in the Republic of Gilead. You know, a lot of these guys were so-called, you know, Jewish people. It was just like today. This is why I say our Supreme Court is half Christian Zionists and half Jewish Zionists. And just like we have in the Supreme Court today, the Republic of Gilead was filled with extremists from all religious faiths: Jewish, Christian, Islam, basically the major three religions in America, and Catholicism as well. So, you know, it's something for y'all to go check out, man. You know what I mean? Also in the Republic of Gilead, everything, I would more like to say it was a theocratic, totalitarian society rule, totalitarian, theocratic government, which was a totalitarian rule by a theocracy or a biblical law. And when I say totalitarian, I mean it went their way and no other way. You know what I'm saying? So I strongly suggest, like I've been telling y'all, to go check that out. Now, considering Roe v. Wade, you see a lot of these chicks at the protest with the red cloaks on and the white hats on like they got on right here. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the Handmaid's Tale, man, I speak about it so much because the people who created feminism, sexual freedom revolution, women's rights, like y'all always hear me say, these are the very same people who are responsible for the Republic of Gilead. You know what I'm saying? I will go as far as to even say that they created this for this very moment in this environment. You said Loving v. Virginia is next. I ain't hip to that, Detroit 313. But yeah, though, in the Handmaid's Tale, you know what I'm saying, they totally got rid of all women's rights. And like I said, the people who created or started, you know what I'm saying, feminism, sexual freedom movements, you know what I mean, women's rights movements, you know, women's suffrage, you know what I mean? That's what you talking about? Oh, okay. Is that a TV show or something, Detroit 313? I ain't hip to it, bro. But yeah, though, you know what I'm saying? And these are the very things that were created. Now, mind y'all, let me remind y'all, of course, when you think about the sexual freedom revolution and you think about feminism and you think about women's rights and you think about women's suffrage, you think about chicks like Susan B. Anthony. You think about chicks like Harriet Tubman. You think of chicks like what's the girl's name I'm talking about here? Gloria Steinem. You hear me? These women are credited for creating these movements, but they didn't create the movements. They were merely the face of the movements. They were given credit for creating them when actually when you do your research into all these different movements and situations, men were behind them. And not just any men, fake Jews. You hear me? Fake Jew Khazarians, man, started all of this stuff. It wasn't really white people per se. White guys were used much like how these females were. And that's what I mean when I say it was Khazarians. When I see y'all hear me say Khazarian demons, that's what I'm talking about. These are the fake Jews who perping like they Jewish, or should I say perping like they the Jews when they're not, and exploiting everybody else on the planet. You know what I mean? Khazarians. What y'all know about the empire, the Khazarian Empire? This is the origination. You hear me? You understand me? This is where it all originated from. These Jewish people who were really Khazarian Empire descendants. And if y'all do your research into the Khazarians, oh, they're going to lead y'all back to some straight demon time stuff. You know what I mean? And when we talking about the government over here in the United States, y'all, I want y'all to understand that white men don't run the government. They are the face, the puppets of the government. It's really these fake Jewish Khazarian people who run our governments, our banks, the entertainment industry, the sports industry, what else? They run the media industry. They run the finance industry. They run the academic industry. You know, literally everything. And they only make up 3% of the total global population. But yet they have so much influence all over the world. They have hijacked the Jewish people, or should we say the Hebrew people, right? They took over Palestine back in 1948. What y'all know about the Balfour Agreement or the Balfour Declaration? What y'all know about the Balfour Declaration? What y'all know about this guy right here, man? And this is why it's important to have these discussions so we can break this stuff down. You know what I mean? Now, when we're talking about the Handmaid's Tale was a theocratic government. You know what I mean? And it was a mixture of all different religions. And that's why, and I'm going to go back and say this. This is why I talk about when I say the Supreme Court right now is set up to bring in a theocratic government. You know what I mean? And Roe v. Wade is the very legislation, right, that can be used on numerous fronts. It can be used to bring in theocratic rule, and it's also a tool that could be used, legislation that could be used to violently radicalize the people, because y'all see what's going on. Y'all see how there's so much pushback with this. Y'all see how females are out here literally fighting with each other, or not should I say fighting with each other, but literally protesting and fighting. You know what I mean? Causing massive civil unrest. You understand me? Look at this. And mind you, these are mostly white women. Look at all these images, right? This is the Supreme Court right here, y'all. Oh, that's a video. Hold on. Hold on, but y'all see that, right? That's the Supreme Court right there. Y'all see him? Right? And I'm gonna pull up a better picture of the Supreme Court. And the current state of the government is set up, right, with the newest addition, of course, of Ketanji Brown Jackson. But this was the Supreme Court before what's the name just retired? Where he at? One of these dudes. I want to say it was him that just retired. Yeah, man. You hear me? And now we got Ketanji Brown Jackson in there. You know what I'm saying? And the Supreme Court is set up perfectly to bring in possibly, potentially, something very similar to the Republic of Gilead. You got right here, with all these people right here, you got all these people, minus, I can't remember his name, the guy that just retired, who Ketanji just replaced. It's this guy right here on the end, but I can't remember his name right now. But right now, at the current state of the Supreme Court in the United States of America, it is half Jewish Zionists and half Christian Zionists. All of them Zionists, right? Now, and this is why I say you got to box cleverly with your speech, y'all, because, you know, these are the same people that run Google, YouTube, Alphabet. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why everything is heavily monitored and being watched. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell y'all to box cleverly with your words. You know what I'm saying? Now, think about the current state of the United States Supreme Court. It's perfectly set up to bring in a theocratic society off of straight biblical law. Half Christian Zionists, half Jewish Zionists, all funded by the very same people who've been funding this operation since it was founded. Y'all always hear me talk about this family right here. This family right here, right? The Rothschild dynasty. These guys, you hear me? These guys right here, they're the culprits. One of the families, they're not the only ones, but they're like the largest family on the planet Earth that we know about. Mind you, that we know about. I ain't even going to speak on those that we don't know about because we can't, because we don't even know who they are. But as far as who we know and who we can trace back in history, the Rothschild dynasty, their bloodline goes back to the Bible. These are the Sanhedrin. They're the descendants of Sanhedrin. Remember when Jesus, the story of when Jesus, or should I say when Yeshua went through there and turned the tables over in the Bible? Y'all remember that? Remember the story when Jesus went to the temple and was overturning the tables and stuff in there? Huh? Y'all remember that story from the Bible? When Yeshua, this ain't Yeshua right here, this is some other dude, but remember when the story of when Yeshua went to the temple and overturned the money changers and the money lenders and the when we turned the tables over? That was the Sanhedrin. These were the Rothschilds' descendants, Khazarians. Because if you do your research, you'll find out that the Sanhedrin, right, they would later went on to establish the Khazarian Empire, right? So this is a long thing that's been going on, y'all. This ain't nothing new. It's nothing new under the sun. This ain't something that just coming out the blue. This has been going. This is the same people that's in power right now, and who we speaking out against is the same people that Yeshua. This ain't Yeshua, but the same people that Yeshua was going at it with. These Khazarian devils that y'all hear me talking about. That's these people right here. Ye who claim to be Jews but are really of the synagogue of Satan. You hear me? Straight like that. And then now they passing this Roe v. Wade, overturning it, right? And this is going to set the precedent in the very environment to where the Republic of Gilead can be made reality. All right. Now think about this, what this means for everybody, especially you females out there, especially y'all women out there. Your body, your choice, right? Let it be known, man, that when you become impregnated with a child, your body is no longer yours. Now, let me come up. I'm going to come up for this, man. Take this off the screen. When you become pregnant, your body is no longer yours. Your body no longer belongs to you. In fact, your body doesn't belong to you even before you get impregnated. And this goes back to Admiralty Maritime Judicial Law. This goes back to we being chattel slavery property. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this whole thing is all about. This is the reason why, you hear me, they could sit up here and put us in jail. The reason why they could sit up here and kill our little boys in the street and stuff, because we are chattel slave property. Listen, y'all, when the Emancipation Proclamation happened, it didn't free no slaves. Or should I say, it didn't free any men. It freed slaves. Gordon A. Granger, right? I'm about to give y'all a little history lesson real quick. Everybody, we just celebrated. You hear me? Just celebrated Juneteenth, right? How many of y'all know who this guy is? General Gordon Granger, right? Y'all do some research into this dude. Exactly, Detroit 313. Now, y'all go do some research on. Hold on, my fault. I didn't even bring the picture up. My bad, y'all. Let me bring the picture up. I want y'all to go research this guy right here, man. George GM, or I said George GM, that's another guy. Gordon Granger, right? Gordon Granger was the general, the provost general, right, of the Republic of Texas. You hear me? In the Galveston area. He's the guy that's credited for so-called letting the slaves in Texas know that they had been free and just let free on June 19th. Was it 1865? Something like that. Or should I say a little bit later than that in Galveston, Houston area. And he's the guy who's heralded as being made that happen. Now, when you do your research into Gordon Granger, he was a couple years after Juneteenth happened, he was arrested for being involved with child molestation and child trafficking. And this is why I give y'all these people's names so y'all can go do your research. Don't take my word for it. Go do your due diligence and find out who these people are, right? Gordon A. Granger. And guess who funded Gordon A. Granger? The Rothschilds. Gordon A. Granger was a Freemason, a Scottish Rite, Southern Rite. He was a Southern Scottish Rite Freemason, right? And he was a member of a secret society, y'all. A secret society known as the Oddfellows Society. Y'all ever heard of it? Any of you guys out there ever heard of the Oddfellows Society? He was a member of a secret fraternal organization known as the Oddfellows Society. And just to throw another little tidbit in there for y'all, guess who else was a member of the Oddfellows Society? James Wilkes Booth. Real name, James Botha. Right? So, you know, this thing goes deep with this Roe versus Wade thing. And it's just, like I said, when I was in the joint back in 2012, I seen this book in the library in the joint in the prison I was at. And it just caught my attention because when I looked at the book, it had a girl on the front of it with that hoodie on like that. You know what I mean? And that it just grabbed my attention. You know what I'm saying? When I seen this book in the library in the joint, That cover right there, you feel me? That cover right there. Oh, hold on, let me get off of this. I'm tripping. Yeah, man. That cover right there, it just grabbed my attention. You know what I mean? And I read the book, and I gotta say, y'all, when I read that book, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I said, man, this has all been set up from the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? And now here it is. I've been out of prison going on 6.5 years now. Matter of fact, it'll be 6 years this year. 6 years. Matter of fact, Tuesday. This Tuesday it'll be 6 years. Like, hold on, y'all. Let me pause for a second. If I have my little machine hooked up, I'll hit the applause. July 5th, the day after tomorrow, marks 6 years since I have been home from prison. Yay for me, right? I ain't been back to jail. I ain't been out here in the streets. I ain't been selling no dope or none of that. I've been laying it straight, narrow since I've been home, doing as much as I can to help take care of my daughter, you know what I'm saying, and holding it down and just trying to make it and, get this information out and all of that type stuff, y'all. So, congratulations for the kid, man. Don't commit crimes so you won't go to prison. That's not where you want to be right now. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes to the Handmaid's Tale, this book just grabbed my attention, y'all. And I read it, and I was like, whoa, this is deep. You feel me? Now, when you think about this TV show, which I'm going to be honest with y'all, pretty much captures the essence of the book. You know how sometimes you get a TV show or a movie based off a book, it ain't as good as the book if you have read the book, but the Handmaid's Tale doesn't disappoint whatsoever. Now, it's multiple reasons why I suggest y'all watch this TV show and go read the book. Reading is fundamental, and they getting rid of books, y'all. So get your books while you can and make you a library. You know what I'm saying? It's a movie. I wonder if any of y'all ever see this. I'm a movie buff, y'all. You hear me? So this will always be referencing things to movies and stuff because it applies, right? Y'all ever heard of this movie right here? Dope movie. You hear me? Ever heard of this movie right here, y'all? Y'all ever heard of this movie right here? Equilibrium with Channing. I said Channing. I was about to say Channing. With my man right here. I said Tate. Goddamn it. Tate Diggs, and my man Christian Bale. Y'all ever seen this movie right here? It's called Equilibrium, and it's another dystopian movie, just like this is a dystopian TV show and dystopian novel. This was a dystopian society known as the Republic, or my fault, known as what was it called? Libya, right? And it was a totalitarian regime ran by the regime known as Brother, or the Tetragrammaton. Movie dope, ain't it? Detroit 313. This is the illest movie I ever seen Taye Diggs play in. You hear me? And he was like, he got killed in the movie and everything. But in the Tetragrammaton, they was ran by a brutal totalitarian regime, right? That was called Brother, or Big Brother, basically, right? And they had a fiercely controlled population ran by a very small but seemingly powerful totalitarian government, and they had in between a very, very brutal police force known as the Tetragrammaton Cleric, right? Movie dope, y'all, man. You hear me? Dope ass movie. And Taye Diggs and Christian Bale were basically agents of the Tetragrammaton Cleric. You hear me? And if y'all ever watched this movie, it's so dope. In the society of Tetragrammaton in Libya, they developed a very highly advanced martial art that was called the gun katas, right? It's a dope movie. Y'all gotta go see it. And the Tetragrammaton cleric was like the Mossad. They were like the CIA. They were like MI5 or MI6. You hear me? They were like the Russian Spetsnaz. You hear me? They were a fierce fighting force in control of the government that brutally had kept a boot stamp on the citizens of Libya, right? And they had a drug that was called EC10 that everybody had to mandatorily take every so hours, and it deprived them of the ability to have and feel emotions. Because in the Tetragrammaton society, the Libyan society, emotions were found to have been the reason, you hear me, have been the culprit of all the wars and all the atrocities in the world. So they totally obliterate emotion, made it illegal, got rid of all the artwork, all the music, the books, anything, just like in 1984, that would garner for creative expression or through your emotions. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of all the artwork, all the music, all the furniture, anything that would allow or facilitate for creative expression, even anger. And this is why they came up with the drug that was known as EC10, right? I wonder if I put in EC10, will it come up? Let's see what'll come up. The bars and shit. Let me put in EC10 equilibrium. Yeah, see how the artificial intelligence thinks, right? Right. And EC10 stood for emotional content 10, right? So this drug was something that every so hours the entire society was mandated to inoculate themselves with via a handheld gun, like a gun type device, and you would hold it to your neck and dose up, right? And it would prevent you from feeling emotions, much like how some of the psychotropic drugs do now. Prozac. You hear me? What's another one? What's that stuff them boys used to be giving them boys in the joint when I was in prison? They used to be experimenting on them boys like a mug, giving them Prozac, giving them what's the other stuff called, man? Cinequil, Seroquel. You hear me? Ditryptamine derivatives. You hear me? And ditryptamine, very, very, very potent and powerful psychotropic drugs, man, that really have a strong effect on your brain. Are you backstage? I'm about to bring Brother O in right now. You in, Mr. O. You know what I'm saying? And this was Mr. O.
My bad, bro. My bad, bro. Yo, I said my bad because you know what? I did tell you 7 o'clock your time at 6:30 my time, and I'm looking at the damn clock. I'm like, oh shit, hold on.
Nah, you good? Because I was running a little bit late too, because I was coming from somewhere, but we here now building, so let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, this was Mr. O's idea, so shouts out to my brother, Mr. O, my Chicago Joe with the info. You hear what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And this is a very sensitive topic, man. You hear me? Because at this point in time in our society where we're at right now, it's no mistake, it's no coincidence, it's not by happenstance or circumstance that at the very time we have been being desensitized and programmed by the Handmaid's Tale. This show came out, I want to say 4 years ago, right? I might be mistaken. It might be less than. I want to say it wasn't no more than 5 years ago that this show came to Hulu.
It came on Netflix, right? It came on Netflix, right?
It's on Hulu.
Oh, Hulu. All right, Hulu.
On Hulu. Yeah, so y'all, if y'all got y'all Hulu subscription, go check it out, man. Or if you got your Fire Stick, go ahead and get him on the Fire Stick. They're in their 4th season right now, I believe. 4th or 5th season. And you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'll be talking about, y'all, when I talk about desensitizing, preemptive programming, you know what I'm saying? Predictive programming. This is social engineering. They put this stuff in front of us so we could be perceptually prepared to experience this in our very society as they pass these legislations and all of this stuff. And with the Handmaid's Tale is basically a depiction of the society that could potentially come into fruition now that Roe v. Wade is overturned, especially concerning that our Supreme Court right now is half Christian Zionists and half Jewish Zionists. And I'm gonna turn it over to my brother, Mr. O.
All right, so I was doing a little as Mr. O with the info, giving what you need to know, but you ain't here for me though. So I was just just doing a little summarization of what the Handmaid's Tale just kickstart what I used to read back. I think was about 9th grade, like 8th or 9th grade. I had to read this book for class. So the Handmaid's Tale, written by Canadian author Margaret Atwood, huh? Okay, so they say it was set in a patriarchal but yet white supremacist totalitarian. What's a theonomic or theocratic state? What's a theocratic state, Burge? I'm not too aware of that.
All right, well, we're going to forgive my brother, Mr. O, because he's just tapping in a little late. That's all good. I already explained that, but I got no problem with reiterating. A theocratic government, or should I say a theocratic society, is one in which there is a society, a totalitarian society as well, strictly ran off of biblical law or religious law.
Like the Abrahamic law, huh? The Abrahamic religions, huh?
Yeah. Now, see, as in everything in our reality, y'all, it's duality. So a theocracy could be a negative thing or a positive thing, right?
Okay.
Depending on the person behind it or the entity or the essence energy behind it. You know what I'm saying? And since we got the situation going on in our reality now, it's basically it's demons running the theocracy right now. And I'm gonna say, and I ain't got no problem with saying that because that's just what it is, yo. That's just flat out what it is. It ain't even no need to try to sugarcoat what it is or what it ain't, because that's what it is. You know what I mean? That's what a theocratic or a theocracy, right? Now the word that you want to break it down is theos and acracy, right?
Theos and acracy.
Yeah. Y'all do the etymology on that. You feel me?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's basically a theocratic society is one in which it is ran by strict religious law. It don't really matter what the religion is, because like what's going over there in the Middle East and some of them countries and in Africa, that's theocratic
Sharia law, right?
Sharia law. Goddamn it.
What's the other one called? It's not Sharia. Starts with another S. Part of the Islam faith. It's not Sharia. Shink law. Something like
Sunni.
Huh?
Sunni.
I think it is. That's what
you got. The Sunnis and you got the what's the name? The other ones, the two factions. You know what I'm saying? You have strict Catholic law, in some European countries. Remember they had the Cathars back in France. They had the
Anglo-Saxons, yeah.
All these, in the Bible, we can go back to the Pharisees, the Sadducees. We can go back to, the Sanhedrin. These were all theocratic factions, right? By strict religious law. You know what I'm saying? Like even right now, like I said, to this current day, in some of them Muslim-ran countries, like Afghanistan. The Taliban, that's a theocratic totalitarian regime.
What about what's the other one? Not Pakistan. You it starts with a U. You got Uzbekistan or something like that. What about
Uzbekistan?
Yeah.
Uzbekistan, strict Muslim law, strict Islamic law.
So pretty much anything with the stand at the end of it is pretty much, of the descendants of Ishmael and following that whole Islam faith.
Right. But this,
right,
listen, it even goes to over here in Asia, in India, the Brahma system, the caste system, that is theocratic government. You know what I'm saying? Even in these two movies I just was talking about, Equilibrium. Even in Equilibrium, that was a theocratic government, a theocratic totalitarian regime.
Yeah, I had just walked in, so that movie with Tay Diggs, right?
Yeah, man, you gotta go check that out. Oh man, all y'all go check out that movie Equilibrium, man. It is a dope movie.
I really don't be trying to watch movies like that, Verge, because ever since I got awoke, I really can't watch it because of either the what programming and all the symbols they got inside of it, or be just the agenda on top of the agenda they're trying to program my brain. I be trying to get entertainment out of it, but bro, they be killing me with all this program at the same time, but like, man, I can't do it.
And I can dig that, right? I could dig that though, right? But in order to stay, you know what I'm saying, in the matrix, you got to be outside the matrix. You hear me? And the reason why I suggest this is the reason why I suggest watching the movies, because the movies give up a lot of game. Let me come up for this.
They do, bro. But if you
the movies give up a lot of game, and they give up a lot of information, and you can really, and they give a straight depiction. They give us a visual with the audio. They give us a visual, you know what I'm saying, of the very societies that are planned for us to be experiencing here as we see what's happening. So this is why I tell y'all to watch the movies, because they're giving out all the information in there. They put it, it's part of the desensitizing in the preemptive programming, predictive programming. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm an empath, Verge. See, when I be especially when I used to watch them damn slave movies, that's the reason I became pro-black when I was a young kid, because the first show or movie that showed me at 6 years old was Roots. So I got emotionally invested and involved in that, and I started getting into knowing our history and stuff like that. So as you know, I get too emotionally, I ain't gonna say emotional. I get the heightened sensitivity when I start seeing shit on the spiritual realm, especially when my third eye be open. Now I see even more playing today. I'm like, man, turn that shit off. I can't watch it.
Well, you know, I respect that, brother, but you know, and that's why I say, man, in one of my bars, I said in one of my songs, I say I keep my energy up because the devil's deceitful. You hear me? So when you keep your energy up, you can be in the matrix, but not of the matrix, and it won't have no effect on you, right? But I understand where you're coming from, because when you know what I'm saying, and I wanted to touch on this real quick, because I notice a lot of people say this, and just the me is going to do this. We say we're woke. Right. Now, woke.
I say I'm awake.
Right. Woke is the past tense of wake or awake. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See? Woke is the past tense of wake. So when you say you're awoke, that's really saying you still sleep. I woke up this morning at 4:45, and I have been awake ever since, because you know, and this is why I say y'all to do y'all studying etymology, because these words, spelling, they have power. So when we say that's why I say we got to box cleverly, you know. So that whole, and this is the reason why they pushing this word woke, because they know through phonetics, sonics, right, vibrations going to the ear, they know that this stuff is desensitizing people. Then the hashtag woke. When nobody realizes, everybody don't realize to be woke is to be asleep. Much like in They Live, when you put those glasses on and you see what's really going on.
Man, yep. And you know what? And when the biblical text says, and I quote, you know, be mighty of the tongue, be leery of what you say and stuff like that, because like you said, you could cast a spell, don't even know it.
Right. And every time you talking, when you say certain words, our young brothers, man, what they doing out here? We on demon time. I'm a demon. I'm Lucifer. I'm Satan. I'm on this. Yeah, gang. That stuff right there is exactly, and that's why they call it spelling. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Mr. O, man, you did some research into this whole thing with the Handmaid's Tale, brother. So, you know, I want to hear
what you think. Man, she a trip. Offer a trip.
Ain't she?
But look.
Pull up a picture of go ahead and kick game, and I'm gonna pull up a picture of Offer.
All right, so look, big game. Handmaid's Tale. So Offer, she was basically in a theocratic totalitarian government, okay, called the Republic of Gilead, which overthrown the United States government. So I'm gonna go ahead and touch on that. Now, how long does a society that's based on democracy and republicanism collapse and basically in this kind of country? How long, bro?
You said how long did it take to collapse?
You know what I'm saying? A democratic and republican society can only last about 250 years. You know what I'm saying? Before it becomes
tops. Okay, I understand what you're saying now. Tops, I give it, like, you lucky if you make it to 300 years.
All right, so we've been a democratic and republic country since 1776 by record. So July 4th, 1776, we became part of the, I guess we have our own country and implemented democracy and republicanism. All right, 250 plus years add on to that, that's 2026. Yeah, we might have an actual election year or something like that in 2026. But yeah, that basically means that the whole Democratic Republican idea is coming to put, and this might be coming in its place sooner than you think.
That's a fact. That is a fact. So yeah, man.
Then I started doing a little bit more research about they said forcibly. Now I like how Wikipedia be trying to meet to the character and the people that trying to go ahead and put something righteous back into the word. It said the central character and narrator is a woman named Offred, one of the handmaids, a group of women who are forcibly assigned to produce children for the commanders, the ruling class of men in Gilead. Okay. So we had a whole half a century or a little bit more of women actually choosing who they want to procreate with. Okay. Now we see the ramifications of 60 plus years of bad behavior, and now we have to basically got to do what they're doing in this book, right?
Right. Y'all see
so
what's
I'm about
going on.
Yeah, I'm about to pass the mic off to you now.
Okay, no doubt. So yeah, that's where we at. The same stuff I'll be talking about when we on Red's platform. Same stuff I've been talking about to you know what I'm saying, my people who I rock with out here in Columbus, Ohio, that I've been saying on Facebook, and you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff, and on my YouTube page that I've been having. Same stuff I've been saying, man. You know what I mean?
Hold on, bro. They got her playing Offred.
Yeah, see, y'all recognize this face right here?
She old as fuck. I mean, hold on.
This is the movie that y'all might really recognize her from. If y'all pay attention to her face, y'all looking like, where I know her from.
Man, she's from Mad Men, bro. Mad Men.
Yeah, she played in Mad Men too. Hold on.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, why they got her old ass playing Offred? Ain't Offred like in her mid-20s?
Yeah, in the movie she is. She's like in her late 20s, early 30s. In the TV show, she's in her late. She's like in her late 20s, early 30s.
And this chick knocking on 50, man. Look. Becky
real life she is, though.
Man, look.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that. Yeah, what movie did she play in? It was a zombie movie, man.
You talking about the Dawn of the Dead?
Yes.
Rob Zombie, right there in the middle, right there. Dawn of the Dead.
No, not the Dawn of the. Hold on, no, it's not that one. It's not the Rob Zombie joint.
I could have swore she was in Dawn of the Dead, bro.
I think that might be it. Hold on, let me get to it real quick. What's her damn name, man? Elizabeth Moss. That's her name, right there. Elizabeth Moss movies. I think it is Dawn of the Dead too, man. What she played in, man. Hold on,
yo, and I forgot. You know what? This right here, this book right here, just opened my eyes to something. So the political part was called Sons of Jacob. I'm just gonna stop it right there, man. Shalom.
I don't matter what fucking movie she played in, man. Fuck her, man. She played in a zombie movie, man. I can't
what's
think
her name?
Right.
Okay, what? What's her name?
It wasn't Zombieland. It was something. I think it was Dawn of the Dead, some stuff like that. Where they was all at the mall. Ving Rhames played in it. Your boy Ty Burrell from the one TV show that was real popular played in it. She played in it. It was one of those zombie flicks when the zombie thing was going wrong, real popular a few years ago. But anyway, yeah, go ahead, Mr. O. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead 2000. Yeah, that's right. See my man Detroit 313. That's why I rock with you, bro. That you was right, Mr. O. You was right, bro. Well, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right, so basically, they had the whole political party of Sons of Jacob, you know what I'm saying? So they basically use biblical Old Testament law for their revolutionary, basically a revolution, right? The Constitution, now, Pete Gang, I'm reading the plot summary now. The United States Constitution is suspended, newspapers are censored, and what was formerly the United States of America is changed into a military dictatorship. Now, who could actually run a military dictatorship? What person could actually do that, bro? Besides Trump, I can actually think they can actually get away with that. But he ain't gonna be that. He's too old to do that. So who might come up that's around our age group or just a tad bit older that can actually pull that shit off?
You talking about in America?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, what the it could be anybody, for real. But who in particular are you talking about?
Well, I was gonna say Trump, but he too old, and only person I can think that probably got his type of spirit, his type of energy, but he got no what, I'll take that back because I can't even think of nobody because they're gonna have to be a little bit young because the booming time is over with.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying now, Mr. To be honest with you, is anybody who we see on TV right now, anybody who they pick to put out in front of us, and they hit us with this whole, and this is why they're destroying the whole structure of Republican and Democrat combined ran government, because it was a system that was divided off top. So that lets you know it wasn't going to never be meant to last anyway. But really, anybody who adheres to any type of religion, most of them are Christians or either Jewish. Now we're starting to see Muslim people in the American government. So what I'm saying is, when you think about a theocratic government or theocratic ran society, a theocracy is ran by religious law. And at the base of all these religions, they all have the same tenets, the same base structure, right? So they will all be willing, especially the ones at the top of the echelon of these religious structures, right? They all are part of the same bloodline families that are manipulating through these religions the real truth. You hear what I'm saying? Like we all know. And since they all have that common ground, they will be more than willing to, collectively impose a theocratic society globally, if that's what they want, on all of us. See, this is what they doing, y'all. They using religion, right, to destroy religion, to bring in the new religion. I'm gonna say that again, y'all. I'm gonna come up too when I say this. Walk with me. They're systematically destroying religion as we know it, right? Using religion to destroy religion, to bring in the new religion.
Yep, New World Order, bro. You what was that? With new currency, new religion, new government, new one government, one religion, all yes. So that's how they're going to bring in the New World Order through this type of implement.
Right. And this is the very legislation, right? Roe v. Wade, that could usher in theocratic rule. Because this is something that's global, y'all. This is why I be telling y'all when I be talking about stuff like UN Agenda 2030. You know what I'm saying? For global sustainability, right? Remember we was talking to Woman Sphere the other day, and Chris was telling her how it's not sustainable. Y'all remember that?
Yeah,
hello?
I was on mute. Yeah, I remember that, bro, man. Well, her
right.
sex, man. I can't stand that chick. She's sexy though, and she on. Well, go ahead, bro. I'm going. Yeah, with the
Go ahead, bro. You know, we men over here. We men over here. We're gonna talk, but let me share the screen real quick so y'all can see this. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh shit!
This is what you got going on over there. This is what I'm talking about. Now, a lot of y'all, if y'all look on y'all's phones,
bro.
If y'all look on y'all's phones, y'all probably have an app on your phone that came with your phone when you got it, that has this app on your phone where you could go and look and even donate to the UN Agenda 2030, the Sustainable Development Goals. Look at that. I know I got it on my phone. Right? I got it on my phone. I'm going to show y'all real quick.
So what does the app do, particularly, Virgil?
See, if y'all can, the camera all bright.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah,
it's on my phone. You feel me?
So what does it do specifically, though, bro?
With the app?
Yeah.
Now, through the app, you can look at the information pertaining to the global global sustainability goals, and their goals and what they plan on doing by 2030 in the 17 various areas of areas of UN Agenda 2030 for global sustainability. And through the app, you can gain access to this information, events they got going on. You can donate to the UN if you want to. You can see about if you want to get a job and work with the UN. They are hiring. I say that and point that out to say that they are destroying the very structure of our society, and they're making it multicultural. If y'all pay attention, they're getting rid of lines and all that stuff, and they're establishing global domination. Y'all got to pay attention to what's going on with this. But
all right, so I'm digging out the now. We already got the fundamentals, so I don't see how this Roe v. Wade, the Handmaid's Tale, and how these I now I'm kind of feeling just a little bit sympathy for the strike, because some of them ain't sterile. Now check this out. They had a caste system for the handmaids, right?
Right.
So all right, so let's go. I'm reading basically a summary of the Wikipedia, so we could basically all be enlightened in layman's terms. So therefore, she is forcibly assigned to produce children for the commanders, the ruling class of men, and is known as a handmaid based on the biblical story of Rachel. I love Rachel. And her handmaid Bala. She undergoes training to become a handmaid along with other women of her standing at the Rachel and Lee Center. Now, you see how that ties into the 1984 with Ministry of Truth, and now you got this Rachel and Lee Center for the Handmaid's Tale. This is about to be a crazy next 4 years, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna get real crazy, man. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick.
Hey, we might have to go ahead and look at that movie. What was that? Gideon's Travel or something like that, or the updated version with Justin Timberlake and my homeboy, where they basically was telling people they had 25. Well, you live up to 25 years, and if you got so much time, you got to go. Some shit like that.
Yeah. They ain't playing with y'all, man. You hear me? They're about to start putting y'all through handmaid training out this joint. You hear me?
AKA femininity classes.
Huh?
Feminine? Yeah.
Talk to him, Mr. O. You feel me? Now, but this is going to be a distorted biblical, right? Now, when I say biblical, I want y'all to understand that these people are using the Bible like it can be, because it's been invaded and it's been assimilated and it's being uploaded as well, like anything else. In this reality, it ain't nothing new with the Bible either. The same thing, it's mad books that in there and everything. And they're going to give y'all their version of what they want femininity to be, which is women are, they ain't showing y'all no love. You hear me?
Subjugation. Hey, look. All right, so Cam Newton's fiance, she basically was telling what's a submissive woman to another host, and she said she does everything. Now, you also had Brittany Renner that basically did a response video to that, talking about basically from a feminist standpoint, talking about she was even using etymology thing that you do, verse. You were breaking out what sub means, what Mr. mean, and all that other stuff, asking us men, do we actually want that? I was like, yeah.
Yes. It's not even so much as that's what we want. It even goes to further say that's how y'all was designed to be. Like,
and ain't this the same one that was interviewed by Cam Newton recently, and she got butthurt because she can't use what she got to get what she want out of him in the future?
Yeah, that was her. That was, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all got a whole distorted perception of what submission actually is. You hear me? That's what's wrong.
My thing is, though, they'll tell you in your face, like, yeah, I'll do all the submission for the right kind of man under the right circumstances. So I'm like, hold on. First of all, that proves my theory that you ain't nothing but a 90-day actress. You play a role for as long as you can, as long as the money coming in. But as soon as the money is gone, don't forget. See?
Nah, man. Right. This nigga Detroit 313. Oh, say word, Detroit 313. Hey,
got public ground school and see.
That's crazy. I just seen the thing where they literally got twerking classes, man. Like where you can really go pay, and these chicks can go pay to learn how to twerk.
Yeah, bro. Hey, we been had them in here in Chicago, bro.
Not the twerking classes, man. Come on.
Hey, you forgot Miss Twerkstump.
Hold on. No, my fault, Mr. O. Let me cut you off. My bad, bro. Not twerking schools. My bad. I meant to say the D-riding schools.
Oh.
Y'all hip to that?
Now that sounds like a Detroit thing right there.
Look at what submissive means, man. Ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive.
That's what Brittany Renner said in her little bitch explaining video just recently. She's used that exact definition term, try to break it down, element, all that stuff. And she just kept on saying, like, this is what y'all really want from us. Like, yeah.
Now let's look at the words associated with it though. Now there's some words in here that you will look at like, but look at the ones at the top: compliant, yielding, malleable, acquiescent, accommodating, amenable, tractable, unassertive, passive, obedient, dutiful, duteous, docile. You hear me? Now, y'all ain't, I just wanted to touch on this as we speaking on it. Y'all ain't hip to the D-Riot schools, man? No homo pause?
Nope, I ain't never, man. It's the first time I heard of it, bro. Like, now I could actually,
cool.
They probably have it, bro. I ain't probably just ain't got in tune with it yet.
Let's
I always
look
get
at
things
this,
like
man.
a week.
Look at this, man. Hold on, let me see if it.
Hey, riders! 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 Hey, riders!
Ain't too many got negative, huh?
Hey, riders!
Hey,
Hey, riders!
let me find out y'all girls going to D-Riot school, man.
Hey, riders!
Hey, man, let me find out y'all going to D-Riot school, man.
Yo, I done seen it all. Look, these poor baby, bro. Look, I guarantee you, the same was that be doing all that twerking, grinding, you on the club, but so you take them to the hotel room, they be laying there like a dead fish, man. They ain't even got no damn mega
like
knees.
a runaway slave. Oh, you hear me?
Man, they ain't even got mega knees, bro. If she ain't got mega knees, I don't want her.
So they let y'all get on with this behavior, man, to bring the very society that they want to bring in. And they done tricked y'all with this fake ass, fraudulent ass, sexual freedom, women's rights, and all that fuckery, you know, all that bull, you hear me? And they done let y'all run rampant and, you know what I'm saying?
And start taking your nigga too. That's the crazy thing about it. Becky finessed y'all to take y'all brightest, tallest, and all that good stuff. And she left y'all with the Pookies and Ray Rays that y'all complain about every day.
That's the crap I'm talking about. Goddamn, man. You hear me?
I love it. I love it.
And, you know, y'all got to thank chicks like this chick right here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Which one? You got to bring it to the screen. I'm going to see the strike. I'm going to see it. I got to see this.
Y'all know y'all got to do your research on this lady right here, man.
And the simps that love them and the simps that they love. Look, this is the crazy thing about the Handmaid's Tale. All right. So they had a caste system for the women, right? So they had aunts. So these chicks actually portraying the whole top book in real time to the virgin. They don't even know it.
Yeah.
The aunts who trained and indoctrinated the handmaids. What majority older women who they call themselves? They want to be the glam tea or auntie or some shit like that. They be trying
aunties, your auntie,
man.
Your old ass auntie who waited all her life and she ain't thought she was a boss B and she was too old what I'm saying, to reproduce, but she was willing to enforce and impose the law of Republic of Gilead on other women. How about that?
The same way that the older career woman who bit the feminist bug, got her degree, in the 90s, started telling the chicks in the 2000s that you could live your best life through the Sex and City bullshit. Then find out to 2016 that she had used all the goods that she had to get what she want. And now 2022, at about 54, 55, she's saying niggas ain't shit. She ain't know what she was doing. She was young and dumb and nobody got. Yeah, that shit. I love it.
Can't forget about this chick either.
Oh, Gloria Steinem. Oh yeah,
can't forget about Gloria Steinem.
Hey, what was the black chick that did the fist pump with? What's her name? Where's she at? I want to know how she feel about this whole thing.
Who?
Remember that picture of Gloria Steinem and that black chick that they both threw the fist up in the air?
Oh, Angela Davis.
No, it wasn't. Actually, that was no. She decent looking. No, this chick was dark skin and kind of looking like Hattie McDaniel looking with an afro.
Oh, I don't know. It was back in
Go
the day
get
or
it,
something.
No, the type in Gloria Steinem, fist in the air. It should pop up with old girl. I guarantee. The type in Gloria Steinem. Yeah.
Fist in the air.
Yep. Her right there. I want to know where she.
Oh, you talking about Dorothy Pittman?
Yep, her.
Yeah.
Where's she at? I want to know how I turned out for her.
I ain't heard nothing about her, man. She hiding out. But
exactly.
How many of y'all know who this chick right here is? Heard of this girl? Helen Gurley Brown. She's the creator and chief editor, I think even till this day, of Cosmopolitan magazine.
What? God, how old she is? 130?
You see, I want to say she's still alive to this day.
Shit. You say you say editor for how long? Oh, what?
Yeah. Oh, no, my fault. She died in 2012.
Okay, I'm about to say.
She died in 2012. Rest in essence to her, though, regardless of her evil chick she was, but, rest in essence to her. Now, Helen Gurley Brown was the chief editor and creator of Cosmopolitan magazine. And if y'all know anything about Cosmopolitan, you hear me? This was the main, you hear me? Let me come up for that. This was the main media periodical outlet source that came out that was pushing and pumping feminism, sexual freedom, women's rights movement. On top of using that as a springboard to advertise goods and products from the corporations, Mad Men, to women.
Yep.
And y'all got to think what was going on at the same time. Black Wall Street was going on. So they seen that these guys like O.W. Gurley up there in Tulsa and all them down there in Florida and Georgia and Mississippi, all them rich black people that was just emancipating slaves. They had money. Them niggas was rich, man. You hear me? And they seen that they wise. This was in the early 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. These was the descendants of them, and they was wealthy, man. Black people was living good. You hear me? And they wanted to advertise their products through them after the Industrial Revolution. Now we're in the consumerism advertising era. Mad Men, the TV show Mad Men, and they started wanting to promote their products to black people because they had money, right? Because they first originally was pushing this to white women.
Yeah, right? Makeup, all that other bullshit. Yeah,
feminine products, all the stuff with the, all the stuff they do with feminism, like feminine products, going on trips, seminars, books, people who are known in the feminist movement, your Gloria Steinems, your Helen Gurley Browns, you hear me? Your Dorothy Dandridges, even all them back in the day too. Your Marilyn Monroes, all them too.
So fucking bad.
Helen Gurley Brown. Guess who Helen Gurley Brown was friends with?
Man, don't tell me Margaret Sanger. Please don't tell me Margaret Sanger.
Goddamn, yes, man. These people are all connected. They are all connected, like I be telling y'all, man.
This is You have ceased to yet amaze me, Virgil. I'm glad that I bumped into you in Red Supreme over a year and a half ago. I'm glad this was a long time coming because, man, look, man, this some creepy ass hocus pocus bullshit. Everybody just connected. Everybody just connected, huh?
Helen Gurley Brown and Margaret Sanger were both hired basically to push not only the feminism, sexual freedom, and the women's rights movement, but also the abortion. Right? Now, when we're talking about Margaret Sanger, at the same time as she's sitting here poking eugenics, basically it's eugenics, and she's talking about the only good black baby is a dead black, while she's poking eugenics, basically genocide eugenics onto the Black community, but the wide American community as well, but focusing on the Black community, right? At the same time, she was doing that, telling Black women that they should abort their babies. And you got Helen Gurley Brown telling Black women, especially too, that they need to lead their man. They don't need no man, right? Margaret Sanger was married. Margaret Sanger had an illegitimate child by, take a guess, y'all.
Don't say by a Black man, bro. Don't say
no, not by a Black man.
By who?
I remember the War of the Worlds.
Hold on.
H.G. Wells.
Rip. That nigga was old as hold on. Damn, H.G. Wells came out with that shit like 1890 something.
Nah, The fucking what was that, like the 20s when that shit came out?
Really?
He was an old man though. When he, you gotta think this is back in like the 20s and the 30s. This is the early days, man, when all this stuff was started, man.
Hey, bro. I'm gonna tell you like now that ain't nothing new under the sun. We basically in them days again. We just the modern versions of them. You know what I'm saying? I look, the greatest generation, the lost generation, Gen X,
well, hold
and
on,
the greatest generation, millennials.
Let me correct myself. Right? Let me correct myself.
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
Let me correct myself. Right. I said H.G. Wells. Let me take that back. I meant to say Orson Welles.
Now that sounds more like. Now that,
me? So that's my fault, y'all. I stand corrected. Orson Welles, who wrote War of the World. It was a TV show, and they turned it into a movie. Tom Cruise played in the updated version a few years ago. And y'all do your research into this. Margaret Sanger had an illegitimate child by Orson Welles. All right. So at the same time that she was married too, I can't.
So she was a baby mama, huh? She was a concubine, huh?
You feel me? Like at the same time she's pushing this whole thing. You know, saying Margaret Sanger. I'm about to pull up who her husband was. Yeah, what was the nigga's name, man? What was her husband's name? William Sanger. Yeah, this guy.
William Sanger.
She was married to William Sanger, right? You know what I mean?
William Sanger was a simp.
William Sanger was a German-born American educator, architect, and artist. He was homeboys with who? So you gotta connect. That's why I mean connect the dots, right? He was homeboys with your guy right here.
Who that?
Hold on, I'm about to pull him up real quick. This guy right here. Y'all know who this dude is? Werner von Braun, right? This was the dude who created NASA, right?
What he a German? Yes. He a German Nazi?
He came over here in Project Paperclip.
Goddamn.
You hear me? And so Margaret Sanger, whose husband is William Sanger, who was in cahoots with this guy right here, was having an affair on her husband William Sanger with Orson Welles, who wrote the novel and the popular radio series was turned into movies and stuff like that, known as the War of the Worlds, about aliens.
Yeah, shout out to Tom Cruise.
Yes.
And D. Ray Davis, Chicago, baby.
Yeah. You feel me? So like I said, these people they're all connected is basically what I'm saying at the end of the day. They're all connected, man. You know what I'm saying?
You can't make this shit up.
You cannot make it up, Mr. O, man. You can't make it up, man. It's like I said, at the same time that she's pushing all of this on abort your babies and practice control birth and birth control and you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. And then you got Helen Gurley Brown with Cosmo telling women to, you know what I'm saying, be sexually free and you don't need a man and you can go travel the world.
Yeah.
Right. They're getting hit from all angles, but at the same time, these women are so-called creating, founding, starting these movements. Margaret Sanger is married with children and had a illegitimate child with Orson Welles. Helen
just like
Brown,
Beyonce. Yeah, just like Beyonce. I mean, I'll get correlation. Just like Beyonce tell the chicks be single and all that good stuff. She married.
She's married to Jay-Z.
A billionaire.
So
that nigga that they want.
Right. So, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, y'all. When y'all got to go do the research, y'all got to connect the dots to see where this indoctrination stems from, because it always leads back to you're going to always find yourself going to a place where you're going to be like, this, I don't want to probably even go no further, man, because it goes deep. My brother John J, what's good with you, big homie? You know what I'm saying? And all right, you see what it is, man. We in here chopping it up about this Roe v. Wade and the Handmaid's Tale, the show that I've been telling y'all about that y'all might want to go check out when you're chilling at the crib with your lady friend or with your woman, your wife, whatever it is you're doing. Go ahead, watch the Handmaid's Tale. Put yourself up on game about what they're going, and you can see how it correlates and interrelates with the Handmaid's Tale, a popular series on Hulu. Bro. You good, bro? A popular series on Hulu that I've been telling y'all about. Now, in the Handmaid's Tale, Mr. O, you remember when it first come on, all the girls is working, you know what I'm saying? And are you watching it now? My man John J, hey, that's why I say that's the big homie, man. You feel me? My nigga John J said he watching it right now, Mr. O. You hear me?
Yeah, I ain't even watched it yet. Only remember from the book and everything. I'm out.
You gotta watch the series, bro. You gotta watch the series. Now, when y'all watch the series, in the first episode, you got women working at an advertising agency. So, you know, these is women who went to college. They got degrees. They're independent, modern women. You hear what I'm saying? Their husband, the old girl, offered her husband, he did something, but he basically was a stay-at-home dad. And her friend that worked with her or that was cool with her was a little black girl. Okay, she playing a lot of stuff too. But, you know what I'm saying? They at work, and then they just all get the call like, yeah, all y'all fired. Just pack up and go home. And luckily, Alfred was married because all her money went to her father. But up until this point happened.
What about her husband though? I forgot. I thought it was supposed to go to her husband then, but it went to her father.
No, I went to her husband. That's what I'm saying. Her husband. I said he did. So I can't remember. He was doing something, but you know, he basically was a stay-at-home dad. You feel me? Basically, he wasn't the breadwinner. Let's just say that. But the simple fact that she was married, you feel me, was the thing that made her into a handmaid automatically off top. You feel me? But as the show's coming on, you know, women and up until the very first episode, what had been going on in the United States was this Republic of Gilead was coming into power, much like what's going on right now. You hear me? And what happened was.
Hey, you know what's so crazy? You know, another movie that we keep on forgetting and we keep leaving out. All right, so imagine we got Handmaid's Tale, 1984, World of the Worlds, all right, The Purge. Hey, bro, what was that party name? The Founding Fathers, right?
Yeah.
What the Republic of Gilead looking like?
Hey, man, that's why we're doing what we're doing right now, oh. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there. John J said, what John J say? He said, facts, I'm in season 1 where they were about to hang the main girl while playing Maxwell's. Damn. Hey, that's the end of season 1 when they was tricking her. I ain't gonna tell y'all about it, but yeah, that's ill. But when it was first coming on though, y'all, right? Women had lost all their rights. But they was doing some old twisted stuff with the super theocratic strict biblical law on some old totalitarian stuff. Like I said, no rights. Women's only purpose were to breed. If you wasn't married before the Republic of Gilead came in, you were made into a handmaid. If you were fertile, if you were infertile, they either sent you to go to the indoctrination to be an auntie, or they maybe in some cases, if you were homosexual, they sold you the vagina up. In some cases, they even killed you, depending on what you did. And if you was a gay man, listen here, if you was a gay man when the Republic of Gilead came in, they offed you, hung you in the public square.
Ooh.
So, strict biblical law. But see, the determination if they was going to off you for being a lesbian woman is if you were fertile or not. See, if you were a fertile lesbian, they would punish you by literally sewing up your vagina.
Even the basket look was they can still get pregnant.
Even the shout out to my homie Sent for the P. Even the handsome ones, man. You hear me? And it was some pretty handsome chicks that were aunties and handmaids as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go. I
can see them as handmaids. We gotta think about eugenics in the future. We can see y'all can be aunties, but we gotta keep the genetics beautiful and pure.
So you know what I mean, man. Yeah, man, it's serious, y'all. And like I say, just like in The Handmaid's Tale, which was a theocratic government ran by religious people who were fanatics, who were extremely extremist, right? Zealot. Hey, listen, that's the perfect word. They were religious zealots, right? And they overthrew the government of America and they infiltrated it because, a lot of people in the American government, like I say, I got to keep nailing this home, y'all. The Supreme Court right now is set up for such a theocratic government. If you want to think about it and be real about it.
Because they try to get rid of the Constitution by any means necessary.
Oh, they already did. But see, they did. They already did, though. What Trump did when he on January 6th, he abolished that. But the thing is, we don't know. See, everybody want to hate Trump like Trump is this, Trump is that. And I got my feelings towards Trump, but what Trump definitely did, though, right? Or what he appeared to have done, let's just say that, was he reinstated the original Constitution, not the Constitution of the United States of America, but the Constitution for the United States of America, the one that was passed in 1789.
Right.
The one we under the jurisdiction of is the one that passed. On my fault. 1781. We're under the jurisdiction of the one that was passed 8 years later in 1789, when the Rothschilds, who I was talking about early, these Khazarian demons came over and took over in America like they was doing in Europe and everywhere else. This is why y'all got to do y'all's due diligence.
Hey, yo. So I found out that the Ottoman Empire had fell in the last 20th century around the same time. Around this time, what regime had just fell? What regime? Damn, it slipped my mind though. But everything repeats itself though, bro. So America's falling right behind it because we understood the British Empire technically because they conducted English and all the other bullshit, and they brought majority of shit over here. So technically, if we want to be right, America, British Empire, their 1,000 years is up.
Yeah, it's about up.
And since a society can only last for 120 years, that last industrial progressive society that produced Social Security and all that other bullshit, man, that society ended back in 2020. And now we actually usher into this new shit. Man, this is about to be a new world. I've been trying to tell people.
Yeah, and you ain't lying, bro. But listen, this is what y'all hear me talking about. The Khazarians, man. You hear me? Y'all do your research into the Khazarians. The Khazarian Empire. These are the Sanhedrin. These are those who claim to be Jews but are really the synagogue of Satan. They are literally the manifestation, descendant, bloodline descendancy. This stuff goes deep, y'all. You hear me?
Yep.
And until you're ready to take a walk down the avenues, you're gonna have to go down again.
Hey, that's how I think of Trump. I think that's Melania Trump people.
Yeah. When you think about people like this guy right here, right? I'm about to bring him up for y'all.
Guess what bloodline she from? Guess what bloodline she from? It starts with that M, that 13th one. I came with them.
Merovingians.
Yeah, Merovingian. She part of that bloodline.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm about to show y'all the picture right here. Y'all all know this guy, right? Y'all all know this guy right here by his popular name, which is Dracula, right?
Vlad the Impaler.
Yes. Y'all all know this guy right here, Vlad the Impaler, as Dracula, which is basically a super inflated version, but really an actual depiction of the entity he was under the authority of, right?
Folklore. They say folklore.
They say it's folklore, but Vlad the Impaler was a member of the Order of the Snake, the Order of the Dragon. He's a bloodline descendant of the, some say, the devil himself, Lucifer, Satan, the devil himself. Vlad the Impaler used to, when he invaded armies, and he was a predecessor of the Ottoman Empire, right? And also a descendant of the Khazarian Empire. All these people were bloodline related. He's known for invading countries and cities and whatever and taking them over and putting everybody on spikes and dipping his bread in the blood of children as he sits there in the battlefield.
Yep.
Which is where the Dracula stories come from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Played great well by Gary Oldman, by the way.
Very well by Gary Oldman. He's a hell of an actor, man. I just watched a Book of Eli the other day. It just remind me of how much of a great actor this guy is, for real, man. And you know what I'm saying? And this is where this stuff goes to, y'all, man. This is, you know, when you start getting into this, I'm going to tell y'all something. When y'all start getting into this research, man, and connecting the dots, y'all be like, damn, all these people were connected. And, you know what I'm saying? To bring it to the future or to the present, and we talking about Roe v. Wade, you know what I'm saying, through this TV show called The Handmaid's Tale, we are watching the modern day version of what's been going on and repeating itself for the past couple thousand years. You feel me? And like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying, we up against the same people, the same Khazarian demons. We up against their descendants now. These are the same people who Yeshua HaMashiach went through their fucking banks flipping tables over and stuff, man.
Saying on God.
This the same. You know what? This the same people we up against right now, man.
Hey, I could picture Yeshua probably pulling their table and say, "On me." Like say on God and say on me.
You hear me? There you go, John J, brother. Appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all can go ahead and hit that. Right. That's the cash out right there. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I be talking about, y'all. We got to do to connect the dots. This is why the universe bring us all together, man, so we can have these discussions and put each other up on game about what's going on. Because, like I said, it's all cool with the back and forth and the rigmarole on YouTube that is ran by these same people. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all look into who Sergey Brin's family is, who Larry Page's family is, and who Susan Wojcicki's people are, and connect the dots, and you're going to see they lead back to these same people we talking about right now. You hear me? And when it comes to all this legislation, y'all see how they, like I said, we being violently radicalized through the internet. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that, because just like with Gloria Steinem and Helen Gurley Brown are doing, the very people who are bringing in the very stuff that they telling us we don't want to do. They don't want us to do. You know what I'm saying? They bringing in the laws against the violent radicalization, but causing the exact type of situation that will cause violent radicalization with passing something like Roe v. Wade. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm going through the whole summary again, right? So I love this part of the book when they and you 304s that might be listening to us, and we talking about we hating about y'all freedom and all that good stuff. I tell you like this, government daddy's y'all greatest pimp, because guess what? They better have government run brothels so y'all can do all y'all want, but y'all gonna be government regulated. Gotta go and get tested on a daily basis, but at least y'all be paid a minimum wage. That's what y'all wanted to do. What y'all want to do, right?
Shout out to John. Shout out to the big homie John J for blessing us with a 10-piece on that Cash App, man. Always support.
And it was called Jezebel. I found it how form fitting. They just do them they do them dirty in this whole entire book. They called them Jezebels.
Man, listen here, man, and listen here, and this is why. Let me come up for this, man. This is why we be going so hard, y'all, man. We actually love y'all. Some of us have been looking into stuff like this for years. We got our various fields of knowledge and expertise that we know, and we can see what's going on. You hear me? We see what's coming, and it's our duty as men to share this information. We're not trying to, you ain't got to believe nothing I'm saying. I tell people all the time, oh, listen, don't believe nothing I'm saying. Matter of fact, I don't want you to believe anything I'm saying. I want you to go check it out to see if it match up and see if it stand up against anything. But with this whole Roe v. Wade situation, y'all, I want y'all to understand how serious this situation is because it's hitting on so many different levels. Like I said, you got to think about HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act. This can be used or will be used, is being used as a tool to enact those protocols because they know when the whole thing with this Roe v. Wade, people are being violently radicalized.
Yep.
Right. And when you go look at, this is a whole nother episode. I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow since it's Independence Day. Right. Tomorrow, Independence Day, and everybody's welcome to come. Tomorrow, Independence Day, I'm going to clean up around my house and everything. I'm going to put some food on the grill. But before I go over to my girl's parents' house for Thanksgiving, for Independence Day barbecue, I'm going to go live for a little bit. And we're going to break down, and I'm going to show y'all HR 1955 for yourself so y'all can see it. See, at the same time, we being violently radicalized from different aspects. They're passing all these legislation, which is contributing to the possible potential violent radicalization and civil unrest that they want so they can implement order. And this is why all this stuff is going on. And we getting preemptively programmed, desensitized with TV shows like the Handmaid'S Tale. The TV shows, movies, cartoons, everything that's depicting the very society that is being prepared for us, but being used by us to bring in.
Yep. It's crazy, man.
Oh, John Jay, you already know what it is, big bro, man. Like I said, shout out for that 10 piece on the cash out, my brother John Jay, a real one. I know whenever we get this whole meet up, link up thing going on, that's a brother that's definitely going to be in the building and contribute to the situation. I love my brother's energy, man, and his knowledge he brings to whatever conversation we talking about. And you know what I'm saying? I can tell John Jay is a real genuine brother, man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be one of the guys that plays a big role, you know what I'm saying, and whatever it is we got going on that this real ones is putting together. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know, Mr. O, he might have stepped off for a second, like how he been doing, but
I'm right here. I'm still right here.
Yeah, but you know, and this is important, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my brother Red Supreme TV1 for, you know what I'm saying, just being the fulcrum to bring real niggas together on this thing and talk about the various things we could talk about.
Yep.
We can be informed of what's going on out here.
We're the conduit, man. He a conduit for real niggas.
And you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand that what type of position that puts you in when, you know what I'm saying, you put your neck on the line out there. That's why I say it's dangerous what we doing right now. This is dangerous what we doing right now, y'all. This is the reason why they took away net neutrality. This is the reason why they passed HR 1955. This is the reason why they passed Roe v. Wade. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming dangerous to talk about what we talk about. You know what I'm saying? But somebody's got to have the testicular fortitude to say it's what needs to be said, man. This is why right. Go ahead.
We even moving to demolition, man, type of ways. If these motherfuckers don't control themselves sexually,
right? And that's what the whole Handmaid's Tale is about. The whole Handmaid's Tale was about. Mainly about how sexual freedom, feminism, and women's rights basically destroyed society. If you ask the Republic of Gilead, so in order to restore order, women could not be allowed to have rights. All right, then Detroit 313. We about to shut the damn thing down too. So it's, you know, everybody, you know, if you get on up through, go ahead, get on up through. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come back with another like this tomorrow. I'm going to go in for a little bit about this HR 1955. I'm I'm gonna pull it up on the screen, and I'm gonna actually read the legislation to y'all so y'all can see it for yourself. Because I know a lot of people are in Detroit 313. I know a lot of people be on these platforms, listen to people talk and say stuff, and you know, you got some people who really actually not so much as care, but is really interested and curious. So they actually do go check. Excuse me, y'all. Go check this stuff out.
What you smoking on, bro? Shit.
I don't know. This is some stuff I got from my homie, man, and it's some fire, but people don't really go check this stuff out. You know, people is lazy. So that's no disrespect to nobody. That's just a statement of observation and fact. People is lazy. You know how our people is, you know what I'm saying, Mr. O, they lazy.
Yep.
They want you to go do a chick will tell you in a minute. Won't you show me the research? So what we're gonna show y'all the research.
Man, look, and when you showed them the research, the stats in the hat, everything, they'd be like, man, well, them white people know. I'm like, man, hold on. So let me get this straight.
Right.
You'll use the white man's supposedly laptop or computer, the white man's Google platform. You'll go to the white man's library. Will use the white man's what's the name? But you'll criticize me doing the same. Man, I'll be like, look. That's why you can't win with nakers. Right. I had to go ahead and start using their term, nakers, because we niggas over here.
Yeah, straight niggas over here, man.
That's some knacker shit.
I like that. So yeah, though, man, we gonna look forward to more of these conversations, Mr. O. I'm gonna let you go ahead and close it out with your last words. You know, what I'm saying, shoot out your channel, all that, man.
Well, you know, since
my fault. Shoot out your page. My bad.
All right, it's Mr. O with the info, giving what you need to know, but you ain't here for me, though. You can follow me right there at the Ozone Podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's Mr. O, that ampersand, and the Ozone Podcast over there on YouTube, you dig? And I'll be dropping content on pre-records, and I go live every now and again. Brother kind of tired though right now with trying to go ahead find new lanes of life and trying to go and make me some different type of money. Hey, look, bro, we millennials, and this is how it is going on. We got to go ahead and be like the dudes from the 1920s and 30s. We got to get this shit out the mud because nobody gave us shit.
Right.
So I gotta go ahead and try to get these new skills and try and stay out of trouble. But it is summertime shy, and these chicks are out here looking kind of fine. I ain't gonna even lie, bro. City boy might look. I was trying to be man on time, but man, I might be a city boy this summer. But as far as the Handmaid's Tale and the Roe v. Wade situation, how they going ahead, I feel like we gotta do a part 2 to this. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to go ahead and say, like, look, y'all.
Let me know. Oh, you already know. Just let me know.
Look, ladies, we don't hate y'all. We don't bash y'all. We just trying to tell y'all what we already got in our look, men are forward thinkers. We already see shit coming before y'all do. We was trying to give y'all a warning, but if y'all want to go ahead and continue to do what y'all want to do, it's on y'all. But don't say that nobody try to warn y'all, nobody try to hold y'all hand and all that stuff, because you got virgin with me. But I'm about to go ahead and dip off, and I'll go ahead and you know what I'm saying, holler at you later, Verge. Peace.
You already know, man. Peace, brother. Peace. Yeah. Let me cam up for this before I shut it down, y'all, man. So everybody who's tuning in, man, thank you for coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go in on this a little bit more. I ain't going to go too deep in. I might make it a series, you feel me? Because this is a lot of legislation to decipher and break down. You understand what I'm saying? But tomorrow, I'm going to go over the 3 main things, you know what I'm saying? The three definitions, you know what I'm saying? I might get into a couple of the findings too. But this legislation right here, y'all, like I'll be telling y'all about, was passed in 2007. It's the last thing that Bush signed into law before he left and Obama came in. And if you think about what was going on at the time, this was passed on in late October, when not even everybody was there to vote on it. This is how they passed these laws without us even knowing about it. I mean, I don't know, Tarot Destroyer. You feel me? If I supported black genocide, would I be for abortion or against it? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. It could be argued. You feel me? Could you or could you not? If you would be for it, why would you be? And if you would be against it, why would you? All right. There's a lot of people that support, black people support black genocide. You hear me? And this is why stuff like HR 1955 was passed. See, and this is what I want y'all to know. Before I get off of here, just let me tell y'all this, man. HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act, wasn't passed for any specific religious group. It wasn't passed for any specific racial group. It wasn't passed for any specific financial group or social group or any of that stuff. HR 1955 was passed for all of us on all levels. You hear me? It's basically an extension of the U.S. Patriot Act and the U.S. Patriot Act 2, along with the passing of the Military Commissions Act. You hear me? And HR 1955 is the legislation that's going to be used to deem us all now homegrown terrorists. And see, U.S. Patriot Act deemed us all enemy combatants. So in order for you to be an enemy combatant, that means there's a state of warfare going on right now. Psychological warfare. This is the info wars. We're seeing the end, getting to the zenith of the info wars. You feel me? And now we get into the tech wars with the smart grid and all of that stuff coming in, right? But think about HR 1955, y'all. They say that the internet is the main tool that is being used to spread ideologically based violence, which we will get into briefly tomorrow, right? See, the U.S. Patriot Act deemed us all enemy combatants, but HR 1955 deemed us all homegrown, or will deem us. I'm not even going to over-exaggerate this, y'all. It deems us homegrown terrorists, all of us. And we're going to break that down a little bit tomorrow, how all of us are subject to HR 1955 protocols, no matter what our religion is, our race is, our sex is, our gender is, our financial status, our educational status, whatever, right? And it's very serious. That's why we keep talking about it. So, shouts out to all my homie, Detroit 313, my homeboy John J came through. Of course, my brother Buster O with the info. You hear me from Chicago. You know what I mean? Always coming through. Make sure y'all go check out his content. My brother Red Supreme TV1. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his page. Tap in whenever we going in. And you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, I say tomorrow, like around 6 p.m., 7 p.m., same time tomorrow. We're going to go in and we're going to break down this HR 1955, man, because, it's important. And it's coinciding with a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So just, thank everybody for tapping in. Smash that like button on your way out. Click on that subscribe bell, subscribe to the platform. You know what I'm saying? Got to have a lot more content coming. I just be, when I be chilling at the crib, I'll say, fuck, why not go live, man? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? In between when I want to make a pre-recorded video, you know what I'm saying? Go live, chop it up. But you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to go. In the meantime, between time, y'all out there who are watching and listening and you want to inform yourselves, I strongly suggest that you go, if you're going to use your Googler, if you're going to use it for something that can actually help you, right? And go look up HR 1955, go look at it, read it for yourself, you know what I'm saying? And then when I go live tomorrow, I'm going to make a post about, whatever. And then that way, you can be a little bit about what we're talking about. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break it down one time for y'all and see how this affects all of us. See, they using stuff like race and religion and all that stuff to divide us up, right? But at the same time, these are the very tools they're going to use, you hear me, to come for all of us. Like I said earlier, they're going to use religion to destroy religion and bring in a new religion. So, man, y'all enjoy y'all evening, man. Tomorrow's Independence Day. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a perfect day to have this discussion. You know what I'm saying? Perfect holiday. to talk about this a little bit more in depth, because I know a lot of people hear me when I be on my brother Red's platform. You know what I'm saying? I know when y'all hear me bring up HR 1955, I know y'all probably saying to yourself, like, why he always talking about HR 1955? Like, he always saying that. Like, you always saying that, bro. Like, why he always talking about? And I'm telling y'all why. You know what I'm saying? And I understand NLP. I understand neuro-linguistic program. I understand repetition. And when you hear something enough, it becomes stuck into your lexicon. It comes stuck into your psyche and your perception. And when you hear the word, it clicks. You feel me? And I want y'all to, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, we live in a dualistic reality, you know what I'm saying? It's the negative and it's the positive. You know what I'm saying? I'm positive on the positive end programming. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Positive programming. You hear me? So y'all enjoy y'all's evening, man. I'm about to enjoy the rest of mine. About to go to my people's crib and enjoy some fireworks, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, smash that like button. Click on the bell. You know what I'm saying? And as always, man, I gotta leave y'all with a little ditty. With a little ditty, you hear me? Because I just like banging music, you know what I'm saying? So why not bang some original joints for y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna close the show out with an original joint, you know what I'm saying? Original joint by me, you know what I'm saying? This is a song I got right here, you feel me? I think it'll be a good song to close the evening out with too, you know what I mean? This is a song featuring my sis Onyx, you feel me? This is a song I wrote called Beautiful, man. Y'all enjoy y'all evening. Tap in tomorrow. I'm going to make a post about it and post it on the page. You won't see it. You can tap in. You know what I'm saying? Share with a friend. You know what I'm saying? Definitely can hit the Cash App if you want to contribute to the situation. But definitely smash that like button and click on that bell, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate any financial support and donations contributions that y'all want to give. But what I really like and really want y'all to do more than anything else is to hit that like button and share on your social engineer, man. Hey, enjoy your evening.
Stacks with the facts. Stacks with the facts. Real contender. Post a lot of ugly things. A lot of ugly things in the world, baby. Even though we being manipulated and hating each other, I still choose to love. I got a lot of love to give. Got Onyx singing the vibes. Drums. Talk to them, sis. Just like we living, nobody promised tomorrow, mate. We gotta make it by any means necessary, mate. I won't be happy till all my diamonds canary, mate. And all my brethren and sister locked up in the prison. Come home, no more worries about commissary, mate. We've been tricked into thinking the world is filled with hate. Same time being tricked to forgetting that we great. My brother Moochie lost his life about a year ago. Now James holding it down, it's so beautiful. My brother K-Ro went to go be back with the essence. I truly miss him because he taught me so many life lessons. I sit back and I reflect on how the world could be if there was no more wars, no more poverty. But I'ma keep dropping jewels, it ain't no stopping me. Ghost band, shadow band, it ain't no blocking me. I'm truly truthful. Stacks with the facts featuring Onyx is truly beautiful. Say, lying about them numbers, brother, they full of shit. Went from owning the business to unemployment checks. Everybody masked up like they robbing shit. And posting vaccinations, but they ain't stopping shit. I'm saying rest in the essence, the Casey Vincent Jr. has another life gone. We sending prayers to a prayer. To every mother who's ever had to bury a child. When your heart gets heavy, just look up in the cloud and put a smile on your face. Tell them they made you proud. We being tricked into
to thinking the world is so slow. I'm about to get off parole. This world is so slow. I'm on the side of the surgery. That's so slow. I'm in the league of my own. No man, not tough. None. Truly truthful. Stacks with the facts featuring Onyx is truly beautiful. Say, you know the time of this beauty and the struggle. There comes to the lady of a love. Life's beautiful. Can't wait to let go. So beautiful. Life's beautiful. Yeah. Stacks with the facts. Stacks with the facts. Immediately. The real contender. You know, we be manipulated into thinking that we're so different. No, actuality. The things that we allow to separate us, man, are the very same things that the United saw. What we gonna do, y'all? We all want. It's time for us to wake up. Conflict creates controversy, causes confusion. I don't believe in it all because it's all illusions. No difference between us because I am you and you are me. Everything is us and we are everything. Conflict creates controversy, causes confusion. I don't believe in it all because it's all illusions. No difference between us because I am you and you are me. Everything is us and we are everything. When I was sitting in prison, I had the illest visions. Waking up in Coach West, thought I was really tripping. I'm getting letters from Adrian saying I miss you, brother. I'm getting God body books sent to me by my mother. It's funny how you don't realize till you get locked away. How many years you wasted just was in the way. Many you call, only a few get chosen, don't a few. The show is now here, but it ain't over though. They gotta try to divide us and keep us separated. But if we all come together, we could never be cated. I'm trying to bring all us together, my sister and brethren. Ain't no difference between us, we each other's reflection. Conflict creates controversy, causes confusion. I don't believe in it all because it's all illusions. No difference between us because I am you and you are me. Everything is us and we are everything. Conflict creates controversy, causes confusion. I don't believe in it all because it's all illusions. No difference between us because I am you and you are me. Everything is us and we are everything. You in Agenda 2030 is right in our face. Coronavirus got us all with masks on our face. We get illusion of choice from public politicians. Then the black bootleg, they control our position. You know they give us our leaders, tell us to follow them. They separate and divide us because it profits them. They make action resilient, plans and weaponized whether they playing us like a hawk. And we should all know better. Now GMO foods and you know they put poison in our water. Your prison system take fathers away from sons and daughters. I'm trying to clear out the path that lead us from the slaughter. I don't just do it for me, I do this shit for all of us. Conflict creates controversy, causes confusion. I don't believe in it all because it's all illusions. No difference between us because I'm you and you and me. Everything is us and we are everything. Conflict creates controversy, causes confusion. I don't believe in it all because it's all illusions. No difference between us because I am you and you and me. Everything is us and we are everything. Everything. Stacks with the facts. E&E. 2020 takeover. The real contender. Realize that we are all one. I'm a reflection of you. You are a reflection of me. We are a reflection of we. Serving hard times for hard white and digi skills. I got flips from Rain Man through the prison mail. That nigga one of the realest, cause he didn't tell. 45's my brethren, I really love you, dog. When I would call collect, you would accept my call. Adrian, my sister, I love you, she used to hold me down. Bringing gin to see me, that thought just made me smile. My dukes, I love you. And all the birthday cards, stress when it got so hard. Them chicks, they hopped out the whip and left me so scarred. Nikita, girl, I love you. Listen, you done feel my heart. My nigga need no solid. That's my brother, my brother. He held me down, I was locked up. I so love you. K-Ro, he didn't make it. He rested in the essence. Now the soul is on now. That's such a blessing. My baby girl, Jen, she look like my reflection. She proof is possible. To achieve perfection. Expose on fuckery. That's my profession. No more acquiescing. No more protesting. They try to lock us down. See eagles in the arm. Standing 6 feet apart. Social distance is wrong. Heart bleed long, so I make it bleed on this song. When I'm writing this pain, I can't do anything wrong. I'm straight Hennessy strong. That mean I got the spirit. I be speaking straight facts. That's why the matrix spirit. They try to ghost band, shadow band, and shit me. But I box clever, no way that they can ever get me. My brother losing millions. He lost his life last year. A hard pill to swallow. I still be shedding tears. It's been 24 years since Billy passed away. Damo and Donovan is standing next to me today. Miss Beanie, I love you. You stronger than you know. I always tell you, you the strongest person that I know. Rest in the essence to mama, say goes to mama Mo. Rest in peace to parents, I really miss it, bro. Rest in peace, long live me and many more. That's what the facts, real contender. I do it for y'all.